Hi students, I am Pratap Kumar Roy. Again, I am uploading some important questions from the chapter Industrial Revolution. I have written 5 questions which are very important regarding board exam. You may write down these questions, and I'm quite sure that any one question may come in your exams. Okay, so write down the questions. First question is that why did the industrial production in India increase during the First World War? Okay. Second question, what is meant by proto-industrialization and why was it successful in the 17th century in countryside Europe or England? Okay. Third question, explain 5 causes of industrial revolution in England. I want to tell you something. This question, the question number 3, is very important. May come. I think this question will come in your exam. I am sure. Fourth question, explain how the conditions of the workers steadily decline in the 20th century Europe. 4 question. And 5 question, industrialization was a mixed blessing. Explain. Again, this question also very important. Okay. So today we will discuss these all questions and what should be the accurate or proper answer or the key points. Okay, so open your copy. You may write down the notes or the key points. Okay, the first question, why did the industrial production in India increase during First World War? So you have to know the background of these questions, because during the First World War so many countries were engaged. You know that more than, I think, 50 countries were engaged for the world war. That's why lots of war needs needed in every side, in the alliance, both alliance, so as in England. But England is a short country, is not short country actually, sorry. England is a very what can I say, England is a, according to area, England is shorter or little than India, as you all know that. For that reason, what the demand was of war need, England did not meet up, as their biggest colony was India. So they turned to the India, and they started the industrial production in India in their industries as well as the pure Indian industries. In that time, many industrialists in India set up several industry and started the production. They took this opportunity actually. In Bombay, in Calcutta, in Kanpur, okay, so many industries had opened, and in that time, in that these industries, third, second shift also were available in that time, and so many workers needed. Okay, and many production like war needs goods like dress, shoes, hat, water bottle, everything was made of in that industries. In this way, during the First World War, British meet up their demands actually. This is actually original reason, or only one reason, that the industrial production increased during the First World War in India due to the First World War, and England was not able to meet up the demand of the war needs. That's why industrial production in India during that First World War. And I think, according to me, the question marks of this question will be 5. So you have to write down first introduction, means that you have to relate with the questions, where you can write down the backgrounds, what I have told to you, the backgrounds. You have to write that England was a small country. Okay, obviously is, but England is a small country, but the demand of the war needs, they did not meet up. India was the biggest colony of England in that time. So they turned to the India. They set up the industries, and many Indian industrialists also set up the industries. Both started the production, and for the, I think, 5 years, for 5 years they meet up the demand. In this way, industrial production increased during the First World War, only for the war needs as well as the agricultural sector also, because different cereal crops and paddy crops also exported to England, and for the soldiers and for England also. Got my point? Okay. So the major point is, for the question number 1, you have to write down major point, the key point. England was a small country. They did not meet up the war needs of First World War, as India was the biggest colony of England. So they turned to the India. They set up different industries, as well as many Indian industrialists also set up the industries to take this opportunity. And First World, that duration of the First World War was 1914 to 1918, almost 4.5 years. So in this way, in India, the industrial production increased. Understood? Now second question. What is meant by proto-industrialization? So when you write down this answer, you have to write down in this way, that the term proto-industrialization means which production or which industrial production was not based on factory. Which production was not based on factory. Give comma and then write based on handmade production. Based on handmade production. Full stop. So proto-industrialization means before the factory production there was a large industries in Europe. Before factory production there was a large industry in Europe, and especially England, obviously especially England. Give full stop. England's garment had great demand in international market. England's garment had great demand in international market. According to the several historians, these situations, according to the historian or different historian, these situations or these circumstances was known as the proto-industrialization. And why was it successful in the 17th century in the countryside? Already you have read these things from your book, though I am explaining, because you know that when proto-industrialization was there in England, several guilds also organized in London, Manchester, all that area. Several guilds, and guilds controlled the market, regulate the policies. So sorry, but there was some small industrialists also. When they wanted to set up industry in the cities, big industrialists and guild did not allow to do them. That's why they were not able to take the order for the international market. In that time they turned to the countryside, because in that time countryside many people belong to the below poverty level. They had no options, they had no survival process, and some people also some farmers also have had no land.